can beat pancreatic cancer, but you need a lot of help. I was in John F. Kennedy Hospital in Edison, New Jersey in November 2011, waiting to have my gallbladder removed. In a pre-op endoscopic procedure, Dr. David Rudnick spotted a tumor on my pancreas. He and his partner, Stephen Hodis, together with the surgeon whom I'd only met the night before, all said that I had to see Dr. John Chabot at New York Presbyterian Hospital. These doctors, none of whom I knew, contacted Dr. Chabot on my behalf, and I was transferred here several days later. My wife Beth and I met with Dr. Chabot and Dr. William Sherman, my oncologist. Dr. Sherman was running a trial program, and both doctors invited me to join. Best decision in my life, other than asking Beth to marry me. The goal of the treatment was to shrink the pancreatic tumor with chemo and radiation and reduce it enough so that Dr. Chabot could remove it with the Whipple surgery. I endured 3 arduous rounds of chemotherapy and 5.5 weeks of daily radiation. Unfortunately, a July 2012 MRI revealed a metastasis to the liver, which ruled out the possibility of the Whipple. That tumor was removed by ablation in August, and I went back on chemo through October. Finally, on August 30, 2013, Dr. Chabot performed the Whipple, and I am now cancer-free. I know that I had not been referred here and placed under Dr. Sherman and his nurse practitioner, Con Young's care, I would not be standing here today addressing you. I might be home, but I would not be cancer-free. Clearly, the first step in conquering this dreadful disease is access to the finest medical care available. But you need more than just the right physicians, although without them you have no chance. You must have a strong mental fortitude. I met with a psychiatrist within 1 week of returning home from the hospital in November 2011. I had never been treated by Dr. Lichtman or any psychiatrist, but I just knew I needed more than medicine to fight pancreatic cancer. I do recall him asking me what I feared the most, and I said that I didn't think I was going to die. I wasn't honest with him. Of course I was afraid of dying. I did tell him that I was going to maintain a positive attitude because I had heard that that helps patients. He confirmed that the medical research reveals that patients with a positive attitude are much better than those with negative feelings. Over the course of the next 22 months, I met with or spoke with Dr. Lichtman on the phone many times. He helped me to deal with my issues and prescribed medication to improve my mood, increase my appetite, and to help me sleep. I joined a new synagogue, and my son Jonathan noted, a little divine inspiration can't hurt. I'm not particularly observant, but speaking to the rabbi from time to time was comforting. He was very easy to speak to, and I felt a positive energy emanating from him. I also knew that the congregation was there for me in the event I needed anything. I also had Lutherans praying for me and Catholics lighting candles. I appreciated all these gestures of support from my family and friends. I don't want to sugarcoat my experiences. There were many dark days, weeks, and months in the hospital when I was dealing with the effects of chemo, serious infections, catheters, drains, and IVs. I spent so much time in bed during the 2012 winter, but I couldn't walk or even sit up on the side of the bed. I relearned to walk with a lot of physical therapy. My daughter-in-law, Amy, was pregnant with my second grandson during that winter, and I cried, thinking that I wouldn't live to see him. I did not want that baby named after me. I also dreaded the thought of how my almost 3-year-old grandson would handle Papa's death. I felt that all the adults could handle it, but what do you tell a 3-year-old? That kept me fighting. If I may be permitted to quote myself, I pride myself on my sense of humor. Somehow through the interminable days in the hospital, I kept the nurses smiling, and my family and friends saw the old me. I was amazed by the incredibly hard job that the nurses had, and I think I was one of their favorite patients because I didn't complain, and I helped make their work easier. Finally, you need a strong support system. Beth and I have been married for 44 years. She has been my rock. She helped keep New Jersey Transit and MTA bottom lines in the black with her ticket purchases to New Jersey. She also buoyed my spirits and has been along with me every step of this tortuous journey. She created an 85-person email list to keep our family and friends updated with every new development. My children, Jonathan and Scott, believed from day one that I would beat this. I never had a problem getting a ride to New York for chemo or doctor's appointments. My family and friends kept in touch so often that I had to switch my cell phone plan from limited calls and texts to an unlimited plan. The best money I ever spent. Several people have called me their hero by the way in which I have dealt with this disease. The only time I want to be a hero is when I play superheroes with my grandchildren, Aaron and Jake. However, if anything I've said here today gives hope to a pancreatic cancer patient and encourages him to fight harder or improve her mood, then I will consider myself a hero. Thank you.